Right now, Bitcoin is retesting one of its most important levels of the entire cycle because historically speaking, the moment we break above this exact level right here, a major bull run towards the upside have historically always started. And that is why on today's update video, I'm going to talk about the most critical level Bitcoin is currently retesting, and of course, what this exact level means for Bitcoin next year, what I'm currently paying attention towards, and so much more here data, and that is that the Bitcoin Coinbase premium is finally flipping green again here. And this basically means here that there is a lot of US institutional demand returning. And this was of course obviously not the case while Bitcoin was trading at its low here. There was a significant negative premium. And that basically means that people are willing to pay less for a certain Bitcoin. But now institutions in the USA, they're even willing to pay a premium to get their hands on Bitcoin. And that is actually a great sign here. And historically, if we're just looking back at the Coinbase premium, usually the Coinbase premium spikes significantly towards the upside whenever times are very great in the market. For example, over here, back in November 2024, when we saw this major rally towards the upside, that is where the Coinbase premium goes significantly towards the upside. And of course, from all that rally towards the upside where Bitcoin hit 100,000 plus, all the way up to its ultimate high, Coinbase premiums were significantly in the green here. So whenever there is extreme high demand from the US market, that is whenever Coinbase premiums go positive, and that is again happening. So that's a great sign for the fundamentals of this rally towards the upside on Bitcoin. Then at the same time, if I'm looking at the big sell walls and buy orders on the lower side, we have cleared this major sell wall around the $80,000 level. There was approximately $50 to $70 million in sell orders sitting alone at the $80,000 level. Those were all spot orders. So it was actually quite great that we managed to flip above that zone here to, of course, squeeze out all those orders. And now if I'm looking above us, the biggest level ahead of ourselves again is around that 80.6 thousand level, where this time around here, there are approximately $73 million in sell orders again laying for Bitcoin. Then ultimately, if I'm looking at the liquidation heat map, the updated version is currently telling us that there is still a bunch of liquidity laying above us and below us. But if I'm going to be very honest, you can see that above us right now here, there could be a major short squeeze if Bitcoin only moves about $3,000 towards the upside. Well, if we go $3,000 towards the lower side, there's not going to be a significant short squeeze at all here. So in my opinion, it does look more likely that Bitcoin is going to be grabbing that top side liquidity. But going in towards the most important charts right now here, if I am looking at my heat map, which I actually made quite a long time ago here, but I just loaded up this chart again here. I always said the biggest levels of support is going to be here, the $65,000, all the way down to about $58,000. That is of course where the Bitcoin bottom occurred. And below that, it's going to be the $55,000 level, all the way down to about $48,000. And if I'm going to be talking about the resistance, it is going to be clearly this zone right here. And if we're going to be breaking above it, it's going to be the previous range high here. I mean, you can see over here, we got rejected by this level. This was major previous support, and now Bitcoin is retesting this level again here. So for sure, from a weekly perspective, Bitcoin is now seeing one of the most important retests. Not purely because of the fact that if I'm looking at Bitcoin right now here, this could be somewhat of a confirmation that we're going to be creating a lower high trend on the course. Weekly time frame. Because if Bitcoin doesn't break above this high, we are still confirming a lower high on the weekly time frame, and that could be, of course, quite bad for the market. But in general, what you want to be seeing here for a bullish confirmation here and for a bullish breakout towards the upside is a break above the previous range high first of all, but also above one of the most important liquidity zones on the weekly time frame. So if we can break above it, this could be flipping into support, and then we're basically entering somewhat of a new range here for Bitcoin. But as we're not going to be breaking above it, there's still a possibility that Bitcoin is going to come down from this exact zone right here. Because what I will also discuss a little bit later in this video here is that currently Bitcoin is seeing one of the most important retests of this entire move towards the upside. Because if Bitcoin cannot break above this $79,000 level on the weekly, we are not going to confirm the break above the Supertrend. We're not going to confirm the breakout above the EMA ribbon. And that ultimately could be potentially resulting in a major fake out, and Bitcoin can still create a major move towards the downside. So that is why I would definitely say right now we are retesting one of the most important levels of Bitcoin, its move towards the upside right now here. And I mean, we have seen Bitcoin on the immediate short term go very exponential on the RSI. And I mean, if I'm looking back whenever this happens, I mean, I've already discussed in many videos before, Bitcoin and its RSI on the 4-hour time frame has never been this high here, which means this move towards the upside has been very, very exponential. But in general, you can currently see the price action on Bitcoin. Of course, it's been continuing to go up here, but the RSI has continued to be going lower. This means we've created a bearish divergence. But usually what happens after major exponential moves towards the upside is just some sideways consolidation. Because if you're just looking back here at the history on Bitcoin, whenever we go so overbought here, you can see it over here, boom, we create a bearish divergence. Boom, over here, bearish divergence created. The RSI is going to be resetting, and Bitcoin consolidates sideways until it's reset and then creates another move towards the upside. I think something similar is likely going to be happening again for Bitcoin, because also over here, you can see, boom, RSI was extremely spiking, then we create a bearish divergence, sideways consolidation, and again, another move towards the upside. So that we're creating a bearish divergence doesn't mean that this is going to be the end of the world. We should be continuing to be watching what Bitcoin is exactly going to be doing here. I mean, we are running into one of the most important volume resistance zones. And for the ones that don't understand yet here what I'm trying to do here with my major trade here on Bitcoin, I'm trying to tell you every single day here, but I got an entry on the exact low here on the Bitcoin bear market so far. Because yes, maybe we're not going to be confirming the Bitcoin bear market bottom at all here, and we're going to create another move towards the downside from this major resistance zone. This is, in my opinion, still a possible scenario. And that is why I'm getting a lot of questions from people out there that are asking me, should I right now open up a major Bitcoin long because I think the bear market bottom is in here? I mean, what I have said is that no, I shouldn't be doing that. In my opinion, the best strategy here is to basically set up these levels that I personally did as well here. And I mean, that you missed out on it, it's very unfortunate, but I said this on the bear market low already. You have the opportunity to copy trade me, so you can exactly copy my trades here. And for the ones that are copy trading me right now, they're doing an amazing job here. But to open up a long position right now, in my opinion, is not worth the risk here, because a Bitcoin is trading against resistance. It is trading against very important choke points. Well, still, there's a very big possibility this bear market isn't even over yet here. Even though we're getting a lot of signals that yes, it is potentially over, I am still not 100% counting on it. And that is why I have still set up multiple orders on the lower side, all the way down to $47,000, where I think ultimately the Bitcoin bear market bottom could be still occurring. So make sure to have your own strategy ready, but in my opinion, I think it's quite irresponsible to go in towards a long position right now. And if you potentially want to be copy trading me, don't forget to go to don't forget to first of all sign up an account to Weeks because that is the exchange I'm trading on. And if you sign up an account using that first link below here, you will get a 25% free rebate. And on top of that, you'll get an additional $30,000 deposit bonus. And by signing up an account, you already can get up to $220 completely for free here by signing up an account using that link below, confirming your email, confirming your phone number, and after that, downloading the app in the App Store. On top of that, they've got additional rewards here where they, for example, match your free Ethereum position. And if you did so like a month ago here, you probably made a lot of profit since Ethereum is up over 30%, right? But you can get a free Ethereum position. If you deposit $100, you can get a free airdrop of another $100, etc. So this is super, super valuable. So make sure to check it out here in that first link below here. And by the way as well, guys, don't forget to check out my private Discord community in the second link below here, where we're giving more updates, where I'm doing Q&As. And after this video later today, I'm going to be answering all the questions again here. So if you have any questions for me, make sure to join the Discord community and you can just ask me. And every week I'm trying to answer these questions. Sometimes it's every 2 weeks, but make sure to join it. You can ask me literally anything. Then going back towards this chart again here, I do believe that Bitcoin, if you're going to be looking at it on a bigger perspective, we are definitely creating somewhat of a bottoming structure. And like I said in the intro of today's video, we are right now coming in towards a very important choke point because we're retesting the Supertrend indicator. And if we're looking back, I mean, every single time we broke above it, we've never seen a fake out. I mean, we have seen a fake out in the bull market, but never in a bear market because we are clearly trading in a bear market right now, right? So every single time we broke above it, this marked the beginning of a major rally towards the upside. Not directly whenever we broke it that we went like in towards an extreme bull run. No, it marked the beginning of a rally towards the upside. And that is what I'm trying to tell you. If we're going to be breaking it, this is for sure not going to be telling us straight away that Bitcoin is going to be mooning. But it is going to be telling us that we are in the beginning of that next phase towards the upside and that it is definitely worth it to dollar cost average in towards your positions. And I've said this also in yesterday's video, we are in an very important choke point right now because Bitcoin is going to be retesting the 365-day moving average again here. And historically, the moment we broke above it, it marked the end of the Bitcoin bear market. But so far, we have not broken above it yet here. So I need to see a break above it to say out loud that this is the end of the Bitcoin bear market. We are seeing very important crossovers on higher time frames, like the 2-week MACD here. But still, the most important moving averages, the most important trend indicators have not officially flipped yet here, but are indicating we are at a very important point in the market. And I mean, I do believe that this could have been the bottom because we are again below that all-time high here, just like we did in 2022 and just like we're doing again in 2026. And if you're just looking at this pattern, I mean, if we're going to be looking at the next bull run, I personally think Bitcoin can hit all the way up to buy $200,000. I mean, the potential upside is again going to be quite massive, about like a 4 times from the bottom in my opinion. So the best strategy is always to just dollar cost average in towards your positions. And that is exactly what I will continue to do so. And if we're looking back at it, the Bitcoin bear market could have maybe again be marked by somewhat of a bullish divergence. But in my opinion right now, I don't want anyone to be getting fooled here, because we are creating also right now a bearish divergence. And what we have seen also many times on like the 4-hour time frame is that we're creating a fake out here on the bottom, and then another move towards the downside, create a triple bullish divergence, and that marks the bear market bottom for Bitcoin, or the bottom on like the 4-hour time frame. So that could also be a possibility here. So I'm not saying this is the Bitcoin bear market bottom. I'm saying this is a very big chance to be the Bitcoin bear market bottom. But in case it's going to be not, I'm going to be going all in on my other positions. If you want to be having the same strategy, you can currently copy trade me. I personally think it's a great strategy because I will be basically try to look in the most amount of profits. I'm not going to be looking in this trade right now in case it is going to be the Bitcoin bear market bottom. So basically, I've got all the scenarios covered right now. So if you want to be staying up to date on many more videos, on many more updates, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It would be highly appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.